Happening today, teenagers in Terre Haute are hosting a die-in. That's a demonstration where people lie down as if they were dead. They plan to do this outside of Congressman Larry Bucshon's office, and that's where we find News 10's Kylie Thomas live to explain their motivation.
Well, Melissa, we're talking about the Terre Haute Teens for Action group. They plan to protest this morning outside of Congressman Larry Bucshon's office. That's where we are right now. They say their goal is action against gun violence. That's as deadly shootings continue to happen in schools and other public areas. The teenagers in the group say too often people remember the names of the shooters and not the victims. So Saturday, they set up at the Vigo County Courthouse. The group read the names of the victims in school shootings. That includes the 17 people killed in Parkland, Florida. They also remember the victims at the Pulse nightclub shooting and several more. It was a preview to their protest happening in just a few hours.
Just because we don't have as much gun violence as other communities doesn't mean that we can't fight for this, that we can't fight for our lives, because you never know if your community's next.
The teenagers in the group say the time to protest is better now than it's ever been. We'll explain the reason why coming up in our next 20 minutes. But for now, live downtown Terre Haute, I'm Kylie Thomas, News 10.
Deadly school shootings are driving action in all directions, from metal detectors in schools to teenagers banding together for change. This morning, a Terre Haute group is hosting their own protest. News 10's Kylie Thomas is live to explain what you can expect.
Well, Melissa, teenagers here in Terre Haute plan to host a die-in later this morning. That's where people truly lie on the ground and act as if they were dead. You can see here on their Facebook group that they plan to host this protest at Congressman Larry Bucshon's office. That's where we are right now. They say they're hosting the protest to ask for change for gun control. This comes 5 months after the deadly school shooting in Parkland, Florida. These teens want to amplify the names of the victims, and their hope is that their action will translate into action in D.C. Again, this protest begins at 10 o'clock this morning. News 10 will, of course, be here to show you what happens. You can catch that story first on News 10 at midday. Live downtown Terre Haute, I'm Kylie Thomas, News 10.